The Crash in Italy event made history even before it started, becoming the first WWE Premium live event held in Italy. However, it seems that the show will also be remembered for several blunders inside the ring. Although the night featured great moments like the crowning of Sol Ruka or Brock Lesnar's beating of Femi with 7 F5s, the mistakes did not go unnoticed. So without further ado, today I'll present 5 mistakes that happened at Clash in Italy 2026. Number 5. B-Fab's big mistake. During the WWE Women's Championship match between Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley, B-Fab and Michin interfered to help Jade Cargill. The plan was for B-Fab to put Jade's leg on the bottom rope to break the referee's 3 count and save her good friend Jade from defeat. However, B-Fab miscalculated the distance and couldn't reach her leg. It took her several desperate attempts to finally do it. Meanwhile, it was Jade Cargill herself who had to move her leg toward the bottom rope because there was no more time left. And everything was supposed to happen as quickly and naturally as possible, but that didn't happen because everyone ended up noticing the huge mistake. Later, Charlotte Flair would arrive to tip the scales in favor of Rhea Ripley, but the fans kept talking about B-Fab's blunder. In wrestling, rope save spots require split-second timing. If the interfering wrestler is late or fails to place their limb on the rope, the referee is left in a terrible position. Either he counts to 3 and ends the match early, ruining the script, or he has to pretend to count more slowly, which exposes the show's fakeness to the audience. In this case, the referee kept counting just as he was supposed to, and it was Jade Cargill herself who had to find a solution to this problem. Number 4. The botched chokeslam. Brock Lesnar managed to get his revenge on Femi after defeating him with the exaggerated amount of 7 F5. Although the Beast took the victory and didn't use a single suplex, he did have to take several hits from Femi. One of them was a claw that went very wrong. Brock Lesnar jumped and threw himself to the mat to sell the move before Femi had even finished grabbing him firmly by the neck. Many people always point out that Lesnar sometimes has trouble taking high-impact moves from other superstars cleanly. When he applies a claw, both need to coordinate the jump and the momentum. If the one taking the impact, in this case Lesnar, anticipates and jumps before the attacker lifts him, visually it looks like he's throwing himself, destroying the illusion of the move's physical power. Number that.
El físico del movimiento.
Sol Ruka and his mistake. The rivalry between Sol Ruka and Becky Lynch came to an end when Sol Ruka pinned Becky Lynch after hitting his spectacular finishing move, the Sol Snatcher, thus winning the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Although the match was excellent, it had some rough moments. The worst happened when Sol Ruka jumped from the ring to the outside and Becky Lynch failed to get into position in time to catch him properly. Luckily, Sol Ruka was able to cushion the fall by himself and did not suffer an injury. But both the crowd in the arena and the viewers at home noticed how serious this move was and the real complications it could have caused. Jumps to the floor outside the ring are some of the most dangerous moves in WWE. The wrestler on the bottom has the absolute responsibility of serving as a human cushion. If the receiver moves too soon or is in the wrong position, the one flying can land directly on the protective mats or the metal barricades, which has caused serious injuries in the past. Luckily, Sol Ruka's agility saved her from a hard hit or from a blow that could have possibly put her out of action for several months. Number 2, a new horror from Jade. Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill started their match with a major blunder. Rhea Ripley jumped to the outside of the ring where Cargill was, assuming she would catch her in the air for a counterattack or to cushion the impact. However, Jade Cargill missed the catch and let her fall hard. After the impact, both wrestlers were visibly confused about how to continue, since the original plan was completely broken. It took them a few seconds to regain their composure and get back into the rhythm of the match. Jade Cargill has an incredible physique, imposing, but the constant criticism from analysts has been her lack of technical experience in long, smoothly paced matches. When such a noticeable mistake happens at the start of the match, the adrenaline and frustration can make those involved forget the sequence they had rehearsed, forcing them to improvise on the spot in a very tense moment. Although, as we repeat again, it's not the first time that Jade Cargill has seemed forgetful or out of sync in matches. Number 1. The controversial ending of Gunter. This was the most discussed and controversial mistake of the event. Gunter's match ended when the referee counted to 3 against him, but replays clearly showed that Gunter had his foot under the rope, which legally invalidates any count according to WWE rules. The referee didn't see it and confirmed the loss. After the match, the ring general came out looking stronger. Furious, he yelled at the official and tried to show him that the count was illegal. On other occasions in WWE, referees have checked the big screen to restart matches, but here that wasn't done, and Gunter had to leave for the locker room in a terrible mood. Yes, maybe everything was scripted this way, and the referee was supposed to act like he didn't notice, but what about the official rules of the match then? In the world of wrestling, when this happens, there are 2 options. Either it was a real botch by the referee who counted fast without checking the feet, or it was a scripted finish to protect Gunter's credibility, so that it looks like he lost, but with controversy, and that way they can set up an immediate rematch. However, Gunter's genuine fury backstage left doubt in the air about whether things really went as planned in the locker room. On Saturday, we witnessed a great event held at Arena Monterrey. The Night of the Greats set the bar really high. We saw the crowning of the only great American, as well as the incredible revelation of Chad Gable. All of this combined with other amazing matches. But that doesn't mean that the Night of the Greats was perfect, since it also had its mistakes. Click on the next video I'll leave for you so you don't miss the 5 mistakes that happened on the Night of the Greats. I'll see you there. Thank you very much for watching this video, and remember to subscribe to my secondary channel, which will be in the description, where you can see a lot more wrestling but in a more personal style.